Sunday, I guess, here in Vietnam, 4 a.m. Thought I'd get in some GeoGuessr. A little bit tired. The baby was awake a bit longer than normal during the day, but sorry, at night. Early morning. That's what I'm trying to say. I woke up early morning, and that's fine. But it does mean I lacked a little sleep, probably 3 hours this morning, last night. But I was kind of excited to play GeoGuessr anyway, so I'm going to jump in there. I've got currently playing an arbitrary world, which I'm enjoying, so I'll keep on going with that. Just setting everything up here. Interesting. There we go. And I'll have to set up YouTube. Surely I've got is it like a create a dashboard? That's what I'm looking for. No. Anyway, I've got a round in here, so I better guess it. Interesting. Not sure about these bollards. Kind of like the red on white might be Lithuania or Latvia or something. I can't quite remember. I did some bollard study, and this one should be pretty obvious, but don't quite remember. Got a cycle path on the right hand side here, which is really nice, and people using it. So I guess that could be the Netherlands. Is normally the place where you see cyclists, but I don't think this is there. Other than that, I know it's not Poland. Driving right. This, which is interesting, and these hook poles, or hooks on the utility poles, which I'm not too sure about. We'll get to some signage, that should help. Ooh, didn't help me too much. Element Fulu Sarud. Not sure what that relates to, or what language it is. My imagination's kind of failing me here in terms of the language. I know it's not Czechia or Slovakia. It might be Lithuania, I'm not too sure. I don't really get that vibe with the foliage though. 2 seconds left, I don't really have any other options. Oh, it's Hungary. That's annoying. That makes sense. Okay. Disappointing, but that's okay. Let's check. Okay, so that wasn't too great, 3,000 points. I think we've got Brazil here, judging by the poll. It's green, but not overly green. Got a mix of polls, this short one as well. Got some trails for cattle, which is interesting, or animals anyway. Could be sheep, but I kind of think it's probably cattle. This looks like a big farm by the looks of it. Got some mountains south. Got mountains all over the place. Don't think I'm going to get any signage that's going to help to know where we are here. Just have a look and see if there's any pines. Don't see anything for piranha. So what I will do is plonk it somewhere. I kind of find most of the rounds are north that I get, not too far south. It's green but not too green. Just plonk it in the middle here. Alright, 869, that's a good plonk for Brazil. For me, for Brazil. Pretty happy. I'm certainly getting better. What's going on here? This looks like they've got a grass roof which is disintegrated somewhat. I'm not too sure what that plant is. We've got a bunch of palms, sorry, gosh. Something plastic. A bit of trash. There's a water tank on the roof. I can't quite make out. I think that's the brand on the side there. This could be Malaysia or somewhere in Asia. These poles are really new. I don't know what to make of them. Not poles that I'm familiar with. And I've got a horse and water kind of southwest. This could be an island. Ultimately everything's an island, but this could be more of a smaller island, I guess. Should have moved out of here because this is not too much use. Got mountains. And this road, which is not concrete, so that's interesting. Got yellow centre line. Sistema de Rigo. And it says Los Pozos Rosario Cia. Rosario is kind of like, I think there's a place in Mexico, Rosario. Speaking Spanish by the looks of it. Quite a way north, judging by the satellite dishes here. Selling batteries and acids, I guess, acids for batteries. Materials for electricity, that checks out. Supermercado La Corona. This could be Mexico. Got competing supermarkets here. They've got Super Many and La Corona. Oh, did I not guess? I didn't guess. What an idiot. Oh my gosh. It was good for Mexico there. I was thinking about a peninsula, which it kind of was. There's a, I don't know what you call that when there's a lake by the ocean. Timed out. That's no good. Not too happy about that. I do have the sounds turned off on account of I hate like beeping noises and things like that. I didn't notice the red flash. I must have been a bit too focused on the supermarkets there. Disappointing. This isn't going to be a great game. Round 4 of 5. And could be Mexico again. Looks like Calle Los Denzentes. Could be Spain though. Let's check this number plate. I think I can kind of hallucinate a blue strip on the left hand side there. Check some more. Just want to see what this is. Oh, gosh, I can't get close to it. That's vexing. Here we go. Yeah, I think I kind of... Okay, Rincon, which I've seen Rincon before, but I don't know what it relates to. Should probably brush up on my Spanish. This is a French car, I think, by the looks of it. And this car here with the interesting wear on the paint, on the bonnet. There used to be an Australian car, the Holden Commodore, and there's a specific model which I don't quite remember. Like the VN Commodore or something like that. Which, due to some factory fault, they always used to... the paint used to get the same wear on it. Interesting fact. Not really. Could be a fact. I might check that afterwards. Why? I don't know why. Why I would check that. So they're selling this shop here. I've never lived anywhere like this where it's all kind of like so close together. Like terraced in a way. Terraced housing in a way. It's an interesting thing. It's like a toilet block or something. Ooh, here we go. It was red now. I'm going to go southeastern, or mid-eastern Spain. That was a complete plonk. Kind of middle, and came away with 4,700 points, so pretty happy. Looks like Australia. Very red soil, and this road is really pale, which is probably a meta, but I don't know the pale road. It's kind of running north-south. I could probably line it up a bit better than that, but not too interested in doing that. That's a bit unusual too, surely. This, I don't know what you'd call it, like a warning bollard. I don't recall having seen that very often in Australia. My guess here is Northern Territory. Wait, we're going east-west. Yeah, it looks like we're going east-west, not north-south. I was kind of wondering to myself why I don't line up the road with the markings on with the compass. Now it occurs to me that I've got the blur on for the car, so I can't do an exact line up of the road lines. So I'm going to have to commit here. Western Australia or Northern Territory. Just so I don't forget to guess, I'm going to just plonk something in Western Australia here. Going east-west, like here, near Yalgoo. Not sure what all these X names are. I looked before and it was like a reserve or something, an old cattle station reserve, so maybe they're ex cattle stations or something like that. Just not sure what the X refers to, whether they were working cattle stations which have now become reserves or what. Don't know about that number plate. I feel like Australia used to be consistent in the number plate, like New South Wales had yellow number plates from memory, and I think Australia, I think Queensland used to have blue ones, not blue ones, white ones, but now personalisation is such a big thing with license plates that so you can't really tell too much, I don't think. Probably overwhelmingly New South Wales still has a lot more yellow ones, but I I don't know what to do. I think I just drop it here and joish. It was all the way north. Okay, I'll try and remember that for the Pale Road. Oh, there's Broome over here. I had a fascination with Broome when I was younger because it's a thing. It's like you sweep the floor with broom and it's a place name. Like when I was much younger, not in my 20s or anything. So 13,000 with a complete no guess on one round. So that's not too bad. What would that be? 15. So Mexico probably would have had at least 4,000 points. 17.2, that's not great anyway. And I'm kind of trying to work on my country streaks. I'm not too concerned about points. Some road workers here by the looks. Not too sure where we are. We've got Arabic residential community A1. I've got a bit of a problem with identifying the Arabic-speaking countries. It's kind of like dual language, which many, I guess, are. Nagazaga Street. I wonder if this is just nearby Dubai or something like that. I haven't really worked on the signage or anything to identify. There's children playing here. That's an interesting one. Local residents only. Drive slowly. Children playing. Mesaid community. Some of it's quite green despite being clearly very dry. There's this yield sign which I've never seen before, I don't recall. So what I might do is, I think I will just go in nearby Dubai here. Or Abu Dhabi. Maybe midway. How about that? Wrong country, it was Qatar. Okay. Blue signage. That yield sign. Try and remember that for next time. Look like small plates as well. So this looks South American. The motorbike has a blue backplate by the looks. Don't know what that would infer. Let's check this. So we've got government of the area of Cajamarca, sub-region of Cutervos Health, CS Nuevo Oriente, sub-region de Salud. It's like a health centre or something. Well, they keep mentioning health, so I don't know why that is. So it could be like a clinic. I guess they got these auto rickshaws. I don't know what to call them. I should look it up. It says Lima here, which is Peru, but I've got a feeling this is like Ecuador. I don't know why I think Ecuador. Just with the auto rickshaws. This one's turquoise, which I think you get in Bangladesh, but I don't think it's Bangladesh here. I'm trying to get better at guessing Bangladesh over over India, over that region of India. So I did a little study there. What are they selling here? They've got concrete roads. I might just click into Ecuador just so I don't get timed out again. Where was that little store? Here we go. It's like a food truck. Oh, selling juices. That's boring. Hugo's does not inspire me. Look like empanadas. Then you've piqued my interest. Got the balls here, which is kind of. They do have bullfighting in Ecuador. So that could be okay for that. They have a lot of these auto rickshaws. Tuk-tuks. The painting of the truck though is a bit okay. It was northern Peru. It did say Lima on that truck, but it was like hand painted, and I thought it might be bait. So that's disappointing, but not to worry. I didn't know they had rickshaws like that in Peru. Maybe it's a northern thing nearby Ecuador. I feel like if I'd moved around a bit more I would have seen something which would have given me a hint. It's like some castle architecture here. Quite unusual. Let's check this sign here. Fear and Colonge. Colonge? It's like Normally beers are helpful to me, but I think this is a beer. Elba. I'm not familiar with Elba. I was thinking probably something like that Colonge. I hope it's not Slovenia. I got 2 Slovenia rounds yesterday and I don't think I even knew that Slovenia was represented. Just trying to think, the dual signage probably in Serbia. I don't know about Romania or Hungary. I had a Hungary round earlier. So I do know the Hungarian bollards because they're fresh in my mind. Let's try and look for a bollard or something in 1 minute. Elba beer, premium lager beer. I've never heard of it for being premium beer. It's got the mountains here, which is kind of interesting. Not to say that it's necessarily a local beer, but it could be. Normally that's what you'd advertise. Got like a future or past petrol station here. Is that a bollard? Maybe. Here's one. Yeah, I don't think that's Hungary anyway. Here's some place names, that would be helpful. 20 seconds to go. Kind of botched this round. Maybe it's actually Belarus or something. Fievore. No, I don't really like Belarus. I should go back in Romania. I don't like Romania either for this round, but Albania, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, that was the Albanian bollard. I'm just going to quickly Google that. I think they share a bollard with another country, but I can't recall. Albania, here we go. I should get better at Albania. Blue and reds. Oh yeah, reds, of course. And this nice bollard. These pole tops, white on black chevrons. What's the S? Distinct shape. Maybe they put it on upside down. Bold font. It's interesting. My energy savers come on. So I've got these E's and the C's. I'm just going to quickly check my electricity. Okie dokie, I didn't notice that before, that the laptop had somehow become unplugged. So that's good. It's good that I saw that warning come up. I feel like I'm going to forget most of this, just shifting forward in my seat. I feel like I'm going to forget most of this for Albania, but hopefully not. 3,300 points. It's not about points, it's about countries, and I'm doing poorly at both. It's like a French pole top and a bunch of goats. I wonder if they could be classed as goat herds here. Pretty sure we're in Senegal with the French pole tops and goats. It's kind of really interesting that goat is really popular here in Vietnam. They have the Bfault123, how are you going? Good to see you. Ooh, thanks for the follow, I appreciate that. It's got the French bollards as well. I was just saying that goat restaurants are really popular here in Vietnam. They're called Zay with a DE. So if you see a DE restaurant, that's Zay, and you can get every single part of the goat, including the genitals. So kind of running north-south here. I think it'd be... I think there's some red out here. Wait. Yeah, west of Dakar. I didn't commit west enough. Okay, 4,300. At least I got Senegal. Back in the past, I would have completely botched that around, but I'm getting better. Here's an interesting yellow front plate, but some whites as well. Looks like red on white. So I wonder if yellow front plates is like a commercial vehicle or something like that. Driving right, and that makes me think the red soil here could be Brazil. I need some confirmation, or if I don't get it, I'm just going to plonk it somewhere in Brazil. Somewhere near the Amazon, I guess. I haven't really memorized any of the other things like this bollard. Could be Southeast Asia somewhere with these banana palms. Did I get turned around? What's this say? It says Biza Nyame, which could be like, could be somewhere in Africa. Kind of need, what is that flag? Gamoa Adam. Gamoa Adam. I think this is Africa, maybe. Oh, here we go. Yeah, language-wise, End Time Salvation Prayer Center. Maybe Kenya. Not too sure what to do here. I feel like I've definitely seen this sign recently for the bus. Got the red bus and the green. Whoops, don't forget to guess. Tentatively I'm going to go Kenya. What else did I have recently was, I had a surprising Rwanda round, which I didn't realise that had coverage. I've had some Uganda, but not yesterday, I don't think. I don't recall having Uganda yesterday. She's got a whole bunch of things on her head. It's like a pineapple, like a mini pineapple. That's an excellent skill. You must play havoc with your neck muscles, but or your vertebrae in your neck, but still very convenient to have the hands free. Star Mart and Star Oil. It's yellow backplates. I'm pretty sure that was it was Ghana. Screwed it up again. I just saw it just at the last minute. I saw the taxi with the panels, and I had second thoughts about Kenya. 15,940. Okay. Yellow outside lines, white inside lines, and got this chevron, which I think is you can see in South Africa. What else could we see? We'd see signage which would have South African place names on it. I might try and get to one of those. Pretty low shrubby kind of place. Not sure if that's consistent with South Africa. Actually, the road lines, I don't recall whether that's consistent either. Shocking memory. If I saw a sign, that would be helpful. It's just got miles of nothing here. There was something. I should have checked out this car anyway. Or a van. I can't recall what it was. It was a car driving left. As expected, I've kind of half convinced myself already that this is South Africa. So now I'm just going to do a little confirmation bias and screw it up completely. That arrow I'm not familiar with. I feel like South Africa doesn't have a lot of bollards on account of I don't recall what their bollards look like. Just going to quickly drop this in South Africa. Got some tabletop mountains here, just like Lesotho. Yeah, and these mix of full bollards and half bollards. Got a windmill here, like a typical Western style windmill. So I don't mind that. These tabletop mountains, I'm sure that's fine for South Africa or Lesotho, but I'd expect the mountains to be closer if it was Lesotho. I had an interesting round the other day. It was like in a town, and one of the signs mentioned Swaziland, which I wasn't familiar with. I guess that was the former name of Lesotho, which if I'd known that would have made things a lot easier. Some nice points there when you get Lesotho. Absolutely no bollards, but driving left. Really open with these tabletop mounts. I'm just going to, let's see, I might go close to Lesotho. Here. Okay, nice guess. I think I clicked away from a really good guess. We're quite close to Kimberley, which I guess is there's a region in Australia, the Kimberley, which I think has a lot of minerals. So I wonder if that's related to the Kimberley in South Africa, which as a country certainly has a lot of minerals. Gosh. Another round in the middle of basically nowhere. It's got the bottle tops on the poles. That's a nice touch. Some windblown trash, I think. Maybe they put plastic bags on there just to give people or animals a heads up that there's a fence there so they don't run into it. Very sandy here. I'm guessing we're not far from the ocean, somewhere in Argentina. More goats. No, these are llamas. I have seen llamas in the wild in Peru. Kind of in the wild. It was in a national park and they all had tags. And I was camping and they scared the hell out of me because I didn't know what was going on outside. Large animals tramping around, but in terms of large animals you encounter, llamas are not a huge concern. So I guess this could be Peru. was kind of thinking Argentina, but I don't think this is the national highway. I kind of got close to the ocean vibes, but it seems like that's maybe not the case. So it could be in a national park. Let me check where we are here. South of Lima. That should be fine, right? North of Arequipa. I don't like it. I think that's further north. These roads look too major. Don't know if this is a road. I'll go here. Oh my gosh. It was Bolivia. Okay, that was always an option, I guess. Disappointing. Oh well. In Bolivia, this looks like maybe Ireland. In Bolivia, they have llama fetuses, dried ones, that when you're building a new house, you plant it under the doorstep or something like that, and it brings good luck, is my understanding. That's how it was explained to me. So this has very Ireland and island vibes. It's quite a rugged country. It's got the step pole, which is for the UK. I wonder if this could actually be Scotland or Wales or something. Scotland has a lot of kind of water incursion. I don't know if that's a real thing to say, but like water all the way through, so maybe this is all the way north in Scotland. Shouldn't be too bad a guess anyway. It could be a shocking guess. I guess we're in nearby Doness. I don't think I'm going to get any information. Actually, I probably should. Let's see, kind of north there's water and then land again, like here. It's a walking path. That's actually an A road. Maybe we're on the way to... don't know if walking paths would be labelled. I'm kind of overthinking it here. Nearby a ferry? Potentially. I don't see it. A little village down there. Maybe this is a proper road. Maybe it's the A836 that we're on here. On the loop road here. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. I had edge of the world vibes, but I didn't think it was that edge of the world. I should have gone with Ireland, because that was the vibe of that building right at the start. So it don't even count as a streak for the country. I don't know what my record is today, but I can't have gotten over more than 2 today, I don't think. This is interesting. It's like a 5G signal tower or something. This little building, which is probably a substation. The poles are pretty nondescript, just well, they were chunky shorties, but this one's a bit thinner. So, that sign's cooked. 150 metres though, they're saying metres. Look at these trees. That gives me very African vibes. It's kind of like a stop sign in the direction here. It'd be good to get up to this major road. That looks handy. Let's try and get there quick as we can. Is this it? I think so. Ooh, interesting. It's like Italy or something. Got a bike track. Let's see if we can get some place names. I'm not overly familiar with Italian place names, but anything could help. Gallipoli, oh no. See, this is really vexing. Let's see. I thought Gallipoli was in Turkey. As an Australian, this is really embarrassing because we celebrate the Gallipoli landings, and I'm drawing a blank on exactly where Gallipoli is. That's shocking. Gemini. To not even know the country is like very shocking. Italy. Is that Gallipoli? Gallipoli? Can't be, surely. Oops, can't spell it. Yeah, Turkey, there we go. But it was actually Italy, so I was kind of right with my initial vibe, but well, that really shook me that I don't know exactly where Gallipoli is. There's Anzac Beach, I guess. Well, lest we forget. This is up here, I think. Don't see it now. It was nearby the Turkish Gallipoli anyway. But it was Italy in the end. I got completely shook. It's kind of affected me a bit. The level of my ignorance sometimes is shocking. Not willful, it's just sometimes happens that you kind of have these blank areas in your knowledge where you kind of assume you know what you're talking about most of the time, but it's a barrier 500 meters. I don't know what to make of that. It's kind of driving left, I guess. This could be South Africa again. I'm not... The foliage kind of looks like that previous round. This pole I'm not too sure about. I don't think I'm going to get anything. I think I'll just drop it in here. Kind of around the same area we were before. I don't know why I'm saying we. I was like a Botswana 50-50. I've had a couple of Botswana, South Africa 50-50s. That one had more foliage than I am used to in Botswana. I feel like it's more open. A lot of places. Now Master Expeditioner. I have a lot of things that they pop up on this game which I don't know what they're talking about, nor do I care. It's driving right here. A lot of prickly pear. Which I think is that what they used to make tequila? Maybe not, no, I don't think so. That's agave, right? Gosh, I've exposed another piece of ignorance. I think these might be for cochineal or something like that, which is that red dye, which is made from the beetles which grows on the cactus. If they're farming them, or unless they're just using them as a barrier to stop animals getting into their farm, which is kind of a smart idea. Like a prickly pear fence. There's this monstrosity. And it looks like they're growing olives as well, which is kind of was not the vibe I was getting. So I wonder, don't know about the prickly pear, but I kind of got a Spain vibe. There's prickly pears everywhere. This is probably a thing that people know about, but I don't know about it. So what am I going to do? What would we see? Oh, there's Arabic there. Eek. Oh no. Gosh. It's completely thrown me. Maybe this is Tunisia. I don't know. There's not much of Tunisia for it to be. That's the only thing is I get if it's got Arabic, that's the only vibe I've got is maybe it's Tunisia. Got a minute left. It's just racking my brain for what Tunisia would have. Problem is I've kind of like decided in my head it's Tunisia. I don't know what would convince me out of it other than like an obvious place name. I'm just going to go for it. I have a feeling it's not a good guess. Where's the farmlands in Tunisia? Try there. Wow, it was too. That was a really interesting round. I'll say interesting. So going to remember that. The prickly pears as fences around olive groves. I'm going to say probably not. I probably can't remember that. Wow. That's a nice piece of ocean there. In the south, obviously pretty popular. They've got a few people in. Got bins, which I appreciate. Keep nature beautiful. It'd be handy if the bin was a bit more in focus. Let's check this sign here. It says Petrol Cove, Petrol the bird. Whoops, I think. Just want to get a better view of this. That's not it. So speaking English, dangerous something, currents I guess. Large somethings. Oh no. You can't go down there. I guess this could be Australia. I feel like this cycle shared path is Australian. They got a decent amount of public seating. Park benches. Got more warnings here. It's obviously not a great place to be swimming. Let's climb the hill. I'm glad I'm not climbing this hill with my legs. Petrol Cove to the south, right? Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but I guess it could be like the south coast of Australia. I'm going to have to kind of commit somewhere. Let's see if I can get... Just going to quickly drop this here somewhere. I want to be close to this small town or whatever. Surely that will have more information. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. No camping, that's all it says. It's pretty flat. I'm going to go for... I wonder if I could find Petrol Bay quickly. Nadia, Laura's Bay. Just picking this area because it probably has quite a few bays. Somewhere in the south coast here. Okay, I didn't get far enough across. It's nearby Victor Harbour. Petrol Cove it was. Petrol Cove Beach. What small town was nearby? The Bird Reserve. It's a pretty popular place, judging by how many hotels or whatever they've got there. Ooh, that was a bad guess. I felt pretty happy with that, but it was 470 kilometres away. I should have committed to, this is what I should have done, I should have committed to Australia early in the south coast and just scanned for Petrol Cove. There's pine plantations. Got some burn off on the road edges, and I think we're driving left, right? Correct? Yes. And there's a sign here which is nice. Caution, timber trucks turning, which is a bit of a tongue twister. And horses and cows or something like that. I wonder if this is South Africa again. Was it South? It wasn't even South Africa last time. It was Botswana. But kind of South Africa, right on the border. Uh-oh. Falella. It doesn't seem South African to me. Are we driving left? Yellow outside lines, white inside lines. I'm drawing a blank on this one. Oh, no. Falella. Don't know how many times I can repeat Falella and have it make sense. Just going to fast travel a bit. Trying to see if there's something. What am I going to do here? I don't like the look of the Falella, but I'm going to have to go somewhere. Driving left. I don't think it's South Africa, but oh, here's a sign. Oh my gosh. It says Falella. That's no good. It might be Botswana. Woodward. No, I think South Africa. I'm changing my mind again. Botswana has more vivid green signs from my experience, which this is kind of. Okay. I don't know about that river crossing. That was really unusual. I'm not familiar with that. We're nearby Mission Station, or Bison Bridge, which should explain the 447 kilometres, shocking. But that would explain the cattle crossing sign, warning sign. This is like a big Argentinian bin, also seen in Brazil from memory. Got the grass roofs over this picnic area, I think. It's an unfortunate placement of the bins right near the children's park. Pretty decent one though. I mean, it's nothing special, but got. Oh wow, this is one kind of thing that interests me, is taking photos of former COVID-19 restrictions, like in elevators where they've got footprints where you've spread out so that people aren't staying too close together, or still in the public hospitals here in Ho Chi Minh City, you'll see the seating. Every second one has red tape on it. They're kind of fading bit by bit, but there's still traces. I wonder if this is Argentina. I kind of thought with these grass roofs they might be Colombia. I thought was a thing. Bienvenidos. Ahoy, Steve. How are you doing? I kind of trying to think. I think it's South America. I think this is definitely. It's Metallurgica, which is like I guess mining. I'm not sure about any of this region here. I could have travelled a bit to try and find more information. That would have been smart. Ahoy. This is a weird one. Using Restream chat, across Twitch and YouTube, and the chat just came up with Steve on YouTube, and then like a minute later came up the hand wave. I think this is good for Argentina with these bins. I've never seen that big one before. That was very impressive. Elsewhere I've seen them in Brazil, but I think they're speaking Spanish here. Seems like they're used as bins here, but in a city sometimes they're used for post, I think. That was actually not a bad plonk. Oh, 370 kilometers away. The world is huge. If you zoom right out, that looks like a really nice guess. It's not particularly. So what can you do? Driving right here, without seeing anything else, I got a German vibe from here, but I think maybe that's a bad vibe. Check this sign, there's some language that should help me out. National Forest Trailhead, yellow centre lines. Before it kind of looked a bit yellow, white, the opposite of yellow. Not the opposite of yellow, but in terms of road lines, kind of the opposite. Thanks, Funky Monk. You won't get the chance, I'm afraid, to massage my bald head. I've got to shave it a bit, it's getting a bit long. This no passing zone sign looks very specific to somewhere, which I'm not sure. National Trailhead, why not? I think probably geographically we're not close by. I'm not flying to you so you can rub my bald head, so it'd be up to you, I guess. You'd have to come to Ho Chi Minh City. It's probably about as specific as I'll be in terms of where in Ho Chi Minh City. You just have to look. Come to Ho Chi Minh City and look around. Try to find me. Got this bollard here. I think the National Forest is talking the US. It's kind of an interesting bollard, which I'm not familiar with. And the National Forest Trailhead. Very nice. I wonder why people like that. Unusual. I'm all about sweetness and light. Not really, but how do I... Somewhere in the US anyway. I guess in the north somewhere. Minnesota, Wisconsin, no. Michigan, no. Oof. Was it Pennsylvania? It was. Okay. It's never, it's kind of a bit unintuitive to use the Twitch stream manager. Probably I could manage this a bit better. Can I pull that out? No, I can't. I want to get the, I want to make it easier to interact, which what I was doing there was just banning someone, which I've never had to do before, but now I've worked it out. I think I'll go nuts. So this is the US again. In terms of where, I'm not too sure. I've got this same bollard that we had before. I wonder if that's a Pennsylvania thing. It's kind of similar, I think, from memory. Let me just double check. It's a really big stop sign, and they're very patriotic. They've got a four-way. I've never seen that before. That's good. We're in months. It's quite historic, which I think Pennsylvania would be. What are our options? I wonder if months is a place. Oh, that's probably. It could be someone's grave, possibly. Did I click? I should click somewhere anyway in Pennsylvania so I don't time out. It could be Oil City, Grove City, Newcastle. Oh, we've got a Newcastle in Australia, all one word. And let's see. What I wanted to see is this. Just try and set up my laptop screen there. So just checking around to see some indicators here. So for the future, this four-way, this kind of S pole, it's kind of unusual for signage. For a stop sign, I wonder why this one doesn't say four-way. Anyway, 46 seconds, I think that's... it wasn't Pennsylvania. It was Iowa. And it was Milton. Yeah, nearby the Milton Cemetery. I wonder if that's what... so unique. I like a good pun. Is it a good one? I'm not too sure. It's a pun anyway, and any attempt is welcome. Trying to see what's going on here. Can't really move that well. I'm not sure where we'd be going. See if I can... Actually, I might try and quick move here. It's just a whole bunch of nothing. What am I going to do? I guess it's kind of like Europe. There's nothing. Oh, there's a house up here. I thought that was a bollard, but it's just grass. Let's check the house anyway, with 1:44 to go. And there's this thing, which has a short ladder to a short thing. It's not like a bird hide, I don't think. Don't know what to make of this. What am I going to do? I'll plonk it somewhere in, maybe Poland, Romania. I'll go Romania. I'll go right up northeast west to hedge for somewhere else. It was Slovakia. A bollard, that would have been a real help, although I probably would have gone Czechia. So it really gets Slovakia. Ooh. It's the Thai flag, I think. And the public announcement system. It's like concrete roads. Am I sure that's the Thai flag and not Indonesia? Pretty sure. Yeah, that looks fine. The public announcement, I'm pretty sure that at midday at bus terminals or transportation stations in Thailand, they play the national anthem and everyone stands still, kind of like to attention, until the national anthem's finished. And the reason I say that is because I was in a bus station in Thailand and that's what happened. It was midday, the national anthem played, everyone stood kind of still until it was over and then everything resumed again. Very surrealistic to have something like that happen. Mu 7. So I guess it could be a similar thing here with the public announcements. There's a lot of big mountains around here, which I just don't know whereabouts that might be. I'm fine there, I guess. Wow, it was all the way north in the national park. Just going to quickly juggle the Thailand bus station. National anthem. And unfortunately I'm probably going to go with the AI. In Thailand you'll hear the Thai national anthem played every day at 8 AM and 6 PM. My mistake. Must have been 6 PM when I was there, because I remember it was nearly dinner time and I had one of the worst meals I've ever had in Thailand. Every TV and radio station plays, and it will be played over government building speaker systems at the SkyTrain and underground in Bangkok, bus stations, in parks and other public places. So that's facts. 8 AM and 6 PM. So that's probably part of the reason why they have that public announcement. Microphones and stuff there. What? Speakers. So this is set up for a right-hand drive and has this pole top. If I get within 3,000 kilometers of this, I'll be happy, because I have no clues. Oh, it could be... I was going to say it could be Russia, but I don't know if that's really true. I don't think so, actually. It's kind of got this massive high tension tower kind of thing, which I think it's kind of like the one we saw in Italy or Spain earlier, but I don't know about this pole top. I certainly spam them, like the cactus top. Maybe I should fast travel a little bit here. Oh, hang on, here's a sign. Nearly had to put down my coffee. Ooh, interesting. It says a load check area. All trucks must check load. So that's made it kind of a bit more confusing, because that's English, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder if this is like Canada or... don't know what to make of it. I feel like, what was my guess? Within 3,000 kilometres I'd be happy. I'm going to go in Saskatchewan. Probably pick a road. Oh, it's a dirt road. Okay, so the Canada vibe was fine. I was outside 3,000 kilometres. Yeah, I thought I'd be lucky to get within 3,000 kilometres. Got the country right though. That's bollards. So cactus bollards, Canada. Now this one, I should know. It's like Hungary or something, I forget. A bunch of ducks or geese, maybe both. And a chicken or two. Very cool. Doesn't really help me to know where I am. Whoops, I didn't mean to bring up the map there. I was just checking out the flowers. So I've got the ladder pole. So maybe it isn't Hungary. Don't actually recall. But these interesting buildings here. I want to kind of check those out a bit, but I can't. They're like beach huts, but this is not the beach, I think. So this satellite dish makes me think that it's quite a way north. Got a boat, that's interesting. I don't think this could be Scandinavia, could it? That ladder pole, I feel like I should have learned something about it. but it's not ringing any bells. So this architecture is quite old. It's kind of like, this kind of looks UK-ish, but don't know. This could be France. Could that be true? I don't know about that pole for France, but it's in Europe. The reason I say France is because the blue on the pole here, which I think is a French thing. I've never used it as a meta to actually successfully guess France. This hydrant's kind of generic, I guess. France could have yellow plates, and that wasn't a yellow plate, but I think they phased that out. Driving right, I would just plonk in France, just so I don't time out. If I saw a bollard, that would be helpful. Or, oh, here's a bollard, nice. So it's a French bollard. So I used the blue sticker on telegraph pole to get France. In terms of where, I'm not too sure. It's not a very appealing area. There was something about it, I forget. It's probably like a border town or something weird. Metz, not Metz, somewhere smaller. Oof, okay. It's near Rochefort. Tonne Charente. Bringing out the most excellent French accent again. 650 kilometres away. Brilliant. 17,500. Let's probably skip straight past that, I think. Okay. Just having a look. I see that no one else is being vulgar. This is interesting. I think that's like a... I've kind of screwed this up before, I know that. I confidently said that was like a Spanish guardrail, but it turned out not to be. I thought that yellow was kind of like a Spanish thing, but I'm not sure that this landscape would be a Spanish thing. I think the road lines in the middle are yellow and we're driving right. I'm not sure about this pole. Let's have a quick closer look. Is there something written on there? There is. Like numbers. Or more specifically, definitely numbers. I'm not sure if it's a road number or some distance. I feel like I'm going to go poorly here. Like Argentina again. Could it be Argentina again? I'm not sure. So I'm really kind of trying to sort things out here so I can see my activity feed on Twitch. There we go. I think I'm going to have to go Argentina here. It could be Chile. I wonder if we're on the Trans-American Highway or something like that. What's my streak? I've got a country streak of 3. Pretty impressive. I'd hate to throw it away now. Yeah, so numbers on the post here, which I'm not familiar with. So I'm going to 50-50 this and go in Africa. I'm going to go border in Chile. Ooh, it was actually Bolivia. Yeah, that would have been a better guess. Certainly, that would have been a better guess. Near Sucre. I said that with enthusiasm for no particular reason. It's near Sucre. Got a cow around. It's nothing, I don't think. I think they're private bollards. It kind of looks a bit Australian, to be fair. I'd like to see an Australian bollard to confirm that. We're driving right, so I'd take that back. We've got this. And we've got these cactus tops on the pole tops again, which certainly last time was Canada, but this time surely isn't. We are driving right. Kilometre 330. A lot of this seems very homemade-y. It's funny when you pass vehicles, the foreshortening that happens with the camera. Looks like they're driving in, like there's, I think they're Mercedes smart cars, tiny little two-seaters. Okay, driving right, and there's white lines, which is interesting. I don't know what to make of it with those pole tops. And this, which is quite unusual as well. Pretty sure the road lines are white. Just going to quickly travel and see if I can find something else. The shoulder of the road is actually a different colour and texture to the main part of the road. That could be down to wear, I guess, but I've got no freaking clue what's going on here. Just the white lines kind of throwing me. It can't be Bolivia, can't be Uruguay, which would be my standard guess in this kind of situation. Oh, here we go, hang on, come on, 30 seconds to go. Just need to see something. Oh, not close enough. Del Choi, I don't know what that's referring to. It's the beach, Barra del Choi. Oh, I might go Uruguay actually. Ah! Was it Brazil? It was Uruguay. Just I thought the lines in Uruguay were yellow. Outsides or something like that. I did have a Uruguay vibe, and then I botched it right at the last minute. I wanted to switch to Uruguay. Blew up my streak there. I guess this could be Brazil. It's got cane and very red soil. Could be Australia. Australia has some red soils as well, but this is a really strange red. This plant looks kind of African, like Madagascar. I've never had a Madagascar around, and I'm not sure that it's actually got official coverage, but just gonna have to plonk this in Brazil. I don't want to have to keep looking around. Again, Para. Ooh, it's further south by quite a way, 1,500 kilometres. Not to worry. No through road, THRU. I feel like we're dumbing down the youth when official signs have THRU. I guess this is US somewhere. It's a sizable mountain in the background. It's got a Winnebago, an actual official Winnebago. It's a house on wheels. Let's check it out. Amazing. These really tall green poles. That's Canadian. Oh, wow. I guess it could be a Canadian in the US, but I feel like it's a lot of camper vans. I wonder if these are I'm trying to convince myself that these are Canadians heading south for the winter, but I don't think so. Maybe this is Calgary area. See a lot of mountains. I'm sure a lot of Canada has a lot of mountains, but so where are they? They're kind of all around. I don't know if these mountains, like Banff National Park, whether it would be a lot bigger mountains. Don't really have the vibe here. I'll go in Otox or nearby Otox. Ooh, kind of good. 351 kilometers away. So it was here, maybe Sycamus. Oh, Fruit World is nearby. Should I check it out? In Australia we've got Tropical Fruit World, which is actually pretty impressive. Fruit World's probably just a supermarket, not worth checking out. But Tropical Fruit World, I don't remember exactly where it is. Tropical Fruit World. There we go. Nearby on Duranbar Road. I used to work in a call centre giving travel advice. We used to have brochures for, so Kingscliff is here. Brochures for all the tourist attractions in Queensland, or a lot of them. And kind of got obsessed with Tropical Fruit World. And one time I was taking a road trip, and I go, you know what, I'm going to stop off in Tropical Fruit World. It was amazing. What are the reviews? Let's just double check here. Am I in around? I'm not. Okay, good. 4 stars. That surprises me. It's opening soon, 9 AM, which is probably half an hour or so. Are these the reviews? Oh, this is Clue. I have no idea what Clue.com is. Kind of wanted the review. Oh, here we go. Rate by lowest first, obviously. We had absolute pleasure of doing a private tour of Tropical Fruit World. Oh, this is the highest. We went lowest. I thought it started out a bit. Private function, very stingy on food. Wouldn't go again. Venue was spotlessly clean. Retail shop was a hit with freshly churned ice cream and roasted macadamia nuts, selling local produce. Seems like a pretty and it was actually the vendor providing the food, obviously. More like a roadside stall, a bigger range of subtropical, subpar, rotting fruit, dragon fruit the size of a golf ball, tiny quantities of other stuff. That was not my impression. They had a train, which is not like a fruit stall. Anyway, I think it's worth checking in. I actually didn't check the price of tickets. It depends on the price. If the price isn't too high, then definitely worth checking out. Whoops. I'm not sure what happened to my time there, but we're probably in Colombia, I guess. Whoa, did I not click? That click didn't register. Kind of NMPZ that one, and the click didn't register. That's irritating. I was espousing the many virtues of Tropical Fruit World. I feel like the timer should have been paused. This satellite dish is pointing directly up, which makes me think it's right on the equator, probably Indonesia, possibly. Welcome to, this is cigarette advertising, so it's pretty consistent with Indonesia, I'd say. This is, I wonder if this is a church or something, because it's pretty elaborately painted. If it's someone's house, and that's a choice, and I'm sure they're happy with it. More, I guess these are cigarette ads. So surprised how, oh man, I can't even remember the brand. I'm sure it's not Walls. This, maybe they rebranded overseas, but you see this branding all over the place, which I thought was, I'm just going to click main island here on the equator. Streets, or something like that. Got some toys for the kids. What else have they got? Looks like they've got gas, propane, and a whole ton of shallots. Maybe some candy. It's got everything you can need. Presuming there's beer there. Cool. Anyway, I'll just guess here. That was not too bad. 222 kilometers away. Even a not bad guess is not great. On a streak of 1, so I'm very happy to extend this. I've got a little bit of time. So, what do I see here? A whole lot of nothing. Let's check out this sign. I wondered about Canada again. Red Knife River, I'm pretty sure that is Canada, somewhere up here. I think they've got a town of Red Knife or something. I'm starting to lose faith. There's some kind of knife somewhere up here. A jackknife, deer knife, white horse? No. Ross River. There's a fever named Ross River Fever, but I think that's specifically Australian. I'm not too sure. I saw something interesting here. Not Carcross. I saw Beer Camp, which I've lost. I'm sure there's Beer Camp here somewhere. No, I can't see it now. But I thought Red Knife was somewhere up here. Am I in the Yukon? Is it Alaska? No, I'm really, like I was all in on knowing exactly where Red Knife was, and now I'm suddenly, I have no clue. I thought it was up here in the Yukon or Alaska. Mayo, that's not it. Oh, here's Bear Creek. Oh, Bear Creek. Gosh. It is early. It's like 5:30. I've been awake since 4. And prior to that, I was up at 1:15 to feed the baby, change the nappy. Pelly crossing. Reminds me of the Roald Dahl book. Giraffe, the Pelly and Me. The Pelly being a pelican. Last chance. And Paris. That's where Paris is. Okay. I never knew. I don't know where Red Knife is. Maybe we should go further south. Little Salmon? No. Big Salmon? No. Wow, that was miles away from where I thought. Axe Point. It's kind of got a theme here. Red Knife. It's not even listed. Okay. I got excited for no reason there. Very disappointing. Okay. 3,000 points. Barely. This could be South Africa again, or Botswana. Let's check the sign. After this game, I'm just going to... Ventersdorp. I feel like that is something I should be able to locate. What are they doing? Ne'er-do-wells. It looks like the same jacket. Maybe they work for the same company or something. Waiting for a lift to work. The N14. Ventersdorp. Oh, I wanted to check out the stop sign. That looked like a massive stop sign. But I don't think I can actually get there. So it's on the N14. Where would we put that? Nearby Ventersdorp, I guess. I wonder if it's better to look for the N14 or look for Ventersdorp. I want to find some Dorp names, because I've got a feeling like a lot of times similar sounding places are, yeah, here's Klerksdorp, kind of in the same location. I don't know if that holds true, but I think Klerksdorp's a good place to start. We want the N14. It's got R roads here, so that's no good. Are they all R roads? Hey, no. I suddenly thought maybe it's just going to quickly check Botswana. The signage is kind of the same, but I'm sure Ventersdorp has to be South Africa. I've got 37 seconds left. I don't think I'm going to find it. Kimberley. Springbok up here. That's not it. I do not see Ventersdorp or the N14. Or any N-roads for that matter. Kind of curious when I see it what it looks like. I wonder if maybe it's there's Ventersdorp. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So the 14 was, the N-road was just the regular 14. No, I've lost Ventersdorp again. Oh man, I nearly clicked on Ventersdorp right at the last minute there. My last minute switches today are not working out for me. I missed that Columbia earlier as a change of mind, and I just saw Ventersdorp when I saw the 14 here. Okay, so the N-roads aren't listed. It's an N-road, but it's just in a blue shield. I feel like I should have worked that out earlier when all I could see was R roads. I should have just looked for the 14 and said, it's probably that. And there was the other place. Coligny? Wow, a nice click along here would have been a lot of points. As it happens, it was only 99 kilometres away, and it was kind of in the Dorp region. I'm going to call that the Dorp region of South Africa. Quite nice, pretty okay. Have I got 3 minutes on this? I couldn't have already been in this round a minute and a half, surely. Just going to double check that. So all the way north by the looks of this. Got this interesting pole, which I'm not familiar with. Having difficulty clicking through. Straight off the bat I would have said like Romania, but I am lacking in imagination. It could be like North Macedonia or Albania. Could be anything. Well, it couldn't be anything. Okay, let's not go nuts here. Ooh, interesting language. Heli Yikama. Is that let me just double check. Is that Turkish or Romanian? It could actually be Romanian. It's the dots over the O's and the U's. Uh-oh. I don't know. Dots over the O's, I don't think that's a thing. It was Turkey, what an idiot. I thought it was Turkish and then bailed on it. Okay, it's just the dots over the O's that kind of confused me a bit. I guess I haven't looked that closely at Turkish. Normally there's like a lot of clues for Turkey. Minarets or the bollards. This is Spanish. I think we're driving right. It looks like white road lines, which is interesting. Minarets, the bollards, which are obvious. The stop sign with the dir on it. It says danger here. I guess they're up to some construction. I wonder if this is actually just Spain. Not sure what that is. Like a gasworks or something here. It's pipes and things. They've got pipes and things going on here. I'm going to follow here. So I do think if I saw a French bollard, that's French. If I saw a Spanish bollard, I'd recognise it. I don't think it's South America because they don't have, or Central America because there's no. Normally I think there'd be like yellow centre lines or something like that. I'm not overly familiar with Spain. But man, there's a lot of this kind of stuff. Gas? I think it's gasworks. Not sure about this. I think I'm going to have to go Spain here. Got this little white around the red. These are all things that I'm not familiar with. And white flowers beside the road, which is like Estonia, but I'm pretty sure they don't speak Spanish in Estonia. I'm just going to plonk this in Spain somewhere. Centre. Got the Formula 1 in Barcelona today. Oh, it was Argentina. It was Buenos Aires. Really, I did not think so. Clearly. But the Australian Piastri qualified on pole, starting out number 1, so I hope he doesn't screw that up. It's a massive road train here. Oh, rail. I don't know what you call it. I guess it's just a train. I'm not too sure where we are though. Got yellow centre lines. Could this be the US? I think the US has a lot of rail freight. That looked like some kind of liquid, like fuel, petrol or something. These bollards are very nondescript. Yeah. Gas. Whatever they call petrol. I feel like gas is confusing for petrol because then there's also gas, so these bollards are nothing. The green one. Don't know what to make of this. Good to see this language and see if, I guess it could be like Mexico or something, but Pimentel Dairy. Got freight and dairy. I think I'm going to go to the US here. Could be like nearby New York. No, could it? This looks very unusual. I need a hint. Grey wolf. I guess it's kind of. I'm going to go with the US. Let's check if this is miles here. We've got 52 seconds. It's miles per hour. These 3 stripes on the pole, I feel like that's a thing. But I don't remember. It's like Chicago or something. Illinois? I don't think so. Ohio? No. Could be Illinois. I thought it started with a C, which is why I focus on Chicago, but that I thought the state started with C, but maybe there is no state starting with C. Cincinnati is a city. I'm going with Illinois here. Oh my gosh, it was California. Sacramento. Oh, that is starts with a C. Frick. Didn't think of California. That's disappointing. I feel like that's a real thing which I overlooked or didn't recall. 1,000 points. Streak of 1. So Africa again, I guess. Kenya. I forget about the snorkel, but I think it's Kenya. Just not sure if this church would be consistent with what? Hang on. I want to see some of their philosophies here. Can't really make. I can see fasting. Sergini branch. Got a whole bunch of. I don't know. Potential cures, or whether they can help you with fasting, or philosophies that they have. They welcome everyone, so that's nice. I don't know, I'll go north of Nairobi. I'm just going off the snorkel there, which I hate doing. I wish everywhere had vehicles that were covered by the blur that I put on there. So this is my chance to redeem the Bangladesh-India 50-50 issue that I've been having. So I think these green plates should be Bangladesh, and the green tuk-tuks. Look at this cool thing. I think it's a converted motorbike, but I guess that's what the tuk-tuks look like when they take the awning down. It's like a Mario Kart or something. Not exactly, but... so this flag is Bangladeshi. I'm not sure about the flag underneath. So there was just a giveaway with the flag, which is annoying. That's a Brazilian flag or something. Maybe not. Just having a look around to see if there's things that would help me in the future if I don't have any. Oh, it says Bangladesh there. Islami Bank Bangladesh. This looks like somewhere quite... Better get in there before I forget. Looks like somewhere really built up, so probably Dakar, maybe. Although probably a lot of cities around here are densely populated. Maybe I'll go Khulna, just to be different. It's congested, that's for sure. Look at the mini bananas, pineapples, is that pawpaw? And I think these are potatoes, but they may not be. I think a lot of clothing's made in Bangladesh as well. I wonder what the local price for these clothes are. Looks like they're selling a lot of shampoos. I'm not sure if that's a thing for Bangladesh. Anyway, I'll just guess there and see what happens. So, it was over the river, but that's not too bad. Not even a big city. Actually, to be fair, it didn't look like a big city. A lot of bazaars around the place, and a tailor. Very fashion focused. Rashid Fashion and Tailors. Here we have a ladder. This pole, which I think is Brazil. Cows, which is consistent with Brazil. Very red soil, which I'm not sure This looks like a big urn. Like they'd be firing something in there. Bricks or... not too sure. It's got one in action over here. Where is it? I've lost it. This one. Maybe we've had a bit of a time lapse and it's no longer in action, but oh, or maybe they're doing burn off over here. Kind of curious about what industry's going on here. I don't know exactly where we're going to be, but I'll drop it somewhere where I always do, west of Brasilia, or east of Brasilia, sorry. Okay, I was right. Quite far away. I just wonder if this factory's, or this business is listed. I guess not. Kind of really interesting with those big urns, which I think that's what they are for firing something like bricks or something. Quite a few hotels around there, which is interesting. Got double whites in the middle and white outsides. It's pretty hilly. And it looks like Spanish, Chile. Got some hydroelectric kind of thing going on. Probably a region here, but Osorno. I'm not sure if Osorno is construction of the Panorama Spa. Interesting. I don't know if Osorno is a place in Chile. Looks pretty lush and mountainous, so let's think about this. Maybe not too far from Santiago. I don't see any Osorno. Presumably there's some mountains up here. Los Cuenas, no. It might be worth going closer to this national park though. I don't know, who cares? Drop it there. It was a lot further south. There's Osorno. Shows up at quite a good zoom, so, and it was in a national park. 600 kilometers away. Should have spent a little more time on that one. I'm not too focused on points, so I guess it's fine. 15,753. Japan. I think this is the first Japan round I've had today. Normally I get a lot of Japan. These yellow back plates, I'm pretty sure. Oops, I lost the vehicle. I'm sure I saw a black vehicle with yellow back plates, so that's probably fine. Looks quite dry. Yeah, there's a black vehicle with yellow front plate. I don't know any of the Japan meta, unfortunately. I think there's quite a bit of pole meta, or also license plate meta, I think. But I don't know it. So, I think I'll go central north. Normally when I do that, it's like all the way Fukuoka way. Yep. Exactly. Normally that's the case. 2,738 points. That's exactly how I described what was going to happen. And yet I didn't switch away. Because if I switch away, truck 3 axles or more, 55 maximum. So I guess this is Canada actually. That's a lot to read. I feel like they could have honed that down a bit. But then I was complaining when Canada was spelling through THRU and dumbing it down. I don't know. It's quite dry here. A whole bunch of pines. I don't see any mountains. Not even sure anymore if a sign would help me. So I spent ages looking for red knife or whatever, and Butte Lake Campground. I think that's Butte. Yeah. But I think there's a Butte in Montana or something, but this couldn't be that, I don't think. Because the sign would say speed limit. They've resurfaced here, which is nice. I think this is a Canadian thing as well, patching over the roads. So probably get snow here at some point. Old Station, Reading, and oh, that says California. Wait. California 44. Does it? It looks like it does say California. But the sign said maximum. Who am I going to believe? On the 44. Uh-oh. What a vexing game. 45. I'm sure that California has to be bait, right? I honed straight in on this 45. Where's the 44? What else was there? Butte. What else? Old Station and Reading. Here's the 44. A44. I don't know if it's the 44. Mount Shasta. Plateau. Please be the right place. I don't see any Mount Shasta. Or anywhere else around here. Old Station, Reading, California. I saw an Alaska around here, so yeah, here's Alaska, so maybe they just... What the hell? Sorry for the profanity, but it's got maximum. It's 55, which should have been a giveaway. There's miles. I feel like maximum is... USA. Speed limit, speed limit, speed limit. It said California as well. How annoying. Speed limit, speed limit, speed limit, speed limit, speed limit. Oh, who cares? I feel so annoyed. It's one of the consistent things to differentiate Canada and the US. And it said California. I went against it. Driving right, I guess. That's interesting. Maybe, so I went on a sidetrack about the lines being painted, being patched up, being typical of Canada, but I must have misremembered that. And it's actually the US. Screw it, I'm going in Canada here. In California. Bam. 4K. Okay, it was New Mexico. That was just a spite guess from that last round. It's just when you think you're learning something and then something happens like that. Bahani, interesting. I don't think these are useful signs. I think these are business signs. Some really wide yellows on there and a concrete, which I guess is like Philippines. I'd like to see something a bit more concrete, a more concrete clue. Not for hire. God, how many times does someone have to ask you if your car's for hire or your trucks for hire for you to put not for hire on the side, unless it's some kind of law that you have to do. Don't really have any other ideas here for where we might be. This octagonal metal pole, not too familiar with that. The only other thing I was thinking, kind of like Indonesia, but I don't think they'd have English. I think the Philippines has quite a bit of English, possibly Spanish and Filipino. Got some mountains up there, so I might just guess in this region here. Oof, I nearly went down here. Disappointing. Okay, but I got the right country, so that's good. So at least the concrete road matter's holding true. Ooh. This language I'm not familiar with. I guess we're in India here. Driving left. Let me get a look at this. I'm going to have to cheat this off the map. It looks like it's a dual language, but I'm not too sure. TJ something something. It looks almost like kanji. I don't think it is kanji. Kind of looks nothing like any of these languages. I don't think Sri Lanka's kind of curvy language. I think kind of like this. Can't really see anything that looks like it. Maybe up here, actually. Not really. That's my best guess. Gujarat. It was Sri Lanka. Just after I said Sri Lanka's language is a lot curvier, I screwed that up pretty badly. Oh well. 12,500. Today has been like a terrible, not terrible. It's been fun, but not a lot of points. And this is a confusing round as well. Rural Crime Watch area. This is now entering RM number 76. Auvergne, which kind of made me think of French. These center lines are very vivid, like intensely vivid. And then we've got this weird rail crossing, level crossing sign. It's very flat. I think driving right, it must be the US somewhere. Somewhere flat, somewhere in the plains, Nebraska or not Wyoming, not Utah. It's quite green, so maybe Iowa. Just drop it in Iowa here. Actually, you should probably pick a nice road, east-west. Oh, this is in the north here, I guess. Could probably hunt down a road number, but ooh, that was Canada. Ooh, the 50-50s on the Canada-US is not working out for me. I've gone exactly the opposite. I think this is probably my first Russia round, although it could be Ukraine. Just because of the road quality, although it is quite cold here, I guess. So that could be the reason. Where the road's a bit broken up. A lot of white cars. Driving on the right. Is that guy is this the steering wheel here or here? I'd like to know. Okay. Looks like he's on the correct side here. Just checking to make sure it's not all the way out east in Russia. I have to suggest this is probably Russia rather than Ukraine. What's this store here? It's lubricants and petrols and such. It's a bit of a bleak scene, to be fair. So where am I going to go? I'll go in Russia and I'll just go near Novosibirsk. Ooh, it's Kyrgyzstan by the looks. I would have thought maybe I kind of did some confirmation, yeah, with the red on the number plate. What an annoying thing. I knew that. I didn't look closely enough, I just convinced myself it was Russia. That would have been some nice points probably. This seems like it might... I don't know, I thought Italian, but underneath I can't quite read it, but it doesn't quite look Italian. There's a bollard seen better days. I think it's actually a temporary bollard. I'll head this way and see if I can find something more concrete to go on. That's nothing. It's a fairly new road by the looks. They've put in a lot of infrastructure for rain, so I guess it gets a bit of rain here. Or flooding. Other than that, I'm not too sure. Maybe this is Italy. Got not much else to go on. It's very flat. It's wind turbines, which doesn't tell me too much, other than it's, I guess, probably Europe. Yeah, I feel like this is like a new road through farmland, which is not going to throw up too much information. They haven't put the bollards in yet. I think I just dropped this somewhere in Italy, down southish. It was Lithuania. I never get Lithuania right. Pretty sure if I seen a bollard, maybe that would have helped. I feel like a Lithuania bollard's a bit unique. So, I don't know, maybe US or Canada again. Don't have a view on which. Looks like I'm not going to get too much here, so maybe I'll just go Canada. The sun's all the way west. In Winnipeg. No, Ontario, depending on how you want to say it. Okay, it's Manitoba, not to worry, miles away, 1,000 kilometres. At least I didn't spend too much time on it. I guess this is maybe Indonesia again. It's washing day. I haven't seen too much washing today. Maybe I haven't been too focused on it. This is right near the equator, so seems fine for Indonesia. Go south of Jakarta a little bit. It's all the way up here. It's nearly where I clicked. A bit closer to where I clicked. 11,900. This is going to be my last game. I don't think I've cracked 20,000 today. It's a real shocking day. It's like the Colombian cross on the back. Lucas, hello. How are you doing? Fortunately, I'm about to finish up in about 5 or 10 minutes, depending on how long this takes me. This is a very unusual kind of place with this paving. I think that may be a Colombian cross. It's quite a strange place. Just going to drop it somewhere. We'll go in the tri-state area, Medellin, Bogota and Cali. Okay, it was further south, but good pick up on the Colombian cross. Somewhere in Africa, which is one of my poorer continents to guess, along with Europe, Australia. I have to say Asia is probably my best continent. I don't know about this car in terms of car matter, but it's kind of red. I don't see any French poles. So it could be like I think I might drop this in. I didn't think about Uganda. Maybe Uganda's good. I think it gets quite red there. I don't know about how much coverage there is. Okay, what about that? It was Rwanda. I had my first Rwanda round yesterday and I was so shocked because I'd never seen Rwanda before. Lost the streak at 3. I don't think my streak's been more than 3 ever today. And this round's not loading in. So it's going to be a bit of a tricky guess, this one. Okay, these tall palms, which I'm not too familiar with, I haven't seen them about. Quite a lot of palms. I'd be... Initially I thought Malaysia, but I don't know. There's a palm... They're farming them, so that's something. Oh, I can't really move too easily here. It's a freakish looking scarecrow. It's like a Japanese demon mask. I forget what they call the demons, but looks kind of like that. Just trying to think culturally what that looks like. Gosh, some language would really be helpful here. Although on Farm Machine it's likely to be English anyway, I guess. Well, I wonder if this is India. Can't quite make out any of this, but yeah, maybe India is a good guess here, or somewhere around India. I think I'll go all the way south in India. I think they've got palms there. Kerala, near by the beach somewhere. Wow, that was not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Just based on that mask and kind of some faint language. 550 odd points there. Got some hitchhiker by the looks. In Greece, or a Greek island. I hope it's not a Greek island, that would annoy me. Kefalonia Trails. I don't know where Kefalonia is, but let's have a look. Greece has too many islands, which kind of screws me up sometimes. Kalamata, I don't see. There's a lot of K names here. I'm going to go here. It's Kefalonia Trails, somewhere nearby here. Here. Ooh, yeah, of course it was on an island, but I don't really see the Kefalonia Trails, so I guess these are the trails here. All through here. That could be good to remember if I see any more trails, but I don't think I'm going to remember that. And this is the last one. Got this. And the guardrail, which is kind of rusted black and white. Yep, you have a good one too, Lucas, wherever you are. Just coming up to 6:20 here, AM. So I'm going to take a little nap and then hang out with the baby today on Sunday. It's actually National Children's Day in Vietnam today. So there might be some events to check out. In terms of where we are here, I have no freaking clue. It's very green. Quite unusual. Maybe I can get something up here. Just want a bollard or something. Bollards are not my strength, but if I saw a bollard, at least I could know if we're in Europe. Man, it's really run down. All the fences and signs are like sun cooked or something. What is this? Just gonna have to guess in Brazil somewhere, I guess. A complete guess, to be fair. It was Russia. Okay. Maybe I should have got that. 12 points. Great way to finish off. Anyway, 16-5. That's probably my highest score today. It's been a really shocking day. Anyway, I'm going to head off now. Thank you for joining me. Keep in touch. And actually, I should probably see if I can raid someone. There's only a few people on Twitch, but it's the polite thing to do. Let's see. Can I raid anyone? Do I know any of these people? I don't. Got a few people streaming GeoGuessr, but here's a GeoGuessr noob with one viewer. Just starting the stream by the looks. So hopefully they're nice. And I lost them. Anyway, how about Keone the Mage? Well, I haven't checked out her stream for a while, but hopefully it's good.